and welcome to a slightly different video from what I usually make. It's not like the online kind of stuff. I went to a pre-release yesterday and I wanted to show you what deck I used because I ended up winning the pre-release, and I think there was about 16 people there, 15, I'm not sure. I think it was 15 because there was a buy. So I ended up using Rose Tico. So her thing is heal 2 damage from a vehicle unit that attacked this phase. And then when you have 5 resources, you flip her. And she's got 4 sets. On attack, you may heal 2 damage from a vehicle unit. So it's not bad for like pre-release. And what colour? Yellow. Again, not a typical colour, but the cards that I ended up getting weren't the best, so I'll put these. Did I just put them in here to make it a little bit less obvious that that's there? That's actually not bad. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna put that there just to cover, because I've got a stand that's kind of, because I wanted to use both my hands. Oh, that looks a bit weird to show you the cards. So I'm just going to show you the cards that were in the deck in like number order, and just tell you the kind of combinations that I liked and stuff like that, because I wasn't very optimistic going in. I really wanted Vader because I went to another pre-release and came second with Vader, and I was like, oh, he's good. My last choice would have been well, maybe not my last choice, but yeah. Anyway, the first card is Jam Communications. Look at the opponent's hand and discard an event from it. I used this card once and the person didn't have an event, so that was good. The next one was Attack Run. Attack with 2 space units, 1 at a time. Ended up not using this one either. I ended up having more ground units than space units, ironically, even though I had 2 of them. Yeah, there you go, same thing. Yeah, for someone that loves vehicles, I had, I think, more pilots than actual vehicles to put them on, which was not a good thing. Next card, Diversion. Or Diversion, yeah. Give a unit Sentinel for this phase. I was thinking it'd be good against those kind of aggro decks, just to slow them down a little bit. And I had 2 of them. There's 2 more ones, and this one was really good. Attack with a vehicle unit, it gets +2 for this attack. And I managed to get 2 of them. So that's good. So on to the 2s. Swarming Vulture Droid. A deck can have up to 15 copies of this card. This unit gets +1/+0 for each other friendly Swarming Vulture Droid. So the reason I put that in is because I had 2 of them. Not bad. I don't think I had 2 out at the same time, to be honest, but yeah, it's just, you know, colourless cards, decent enough, I guess. Next one. Oh, this looks a bit funky because it's foil. It's the X-34 Land Speeder. 2 free with Ambush. This was one of my best cards, not gonna lie, for like starting out and making sure I had like a vehicle for Rose to kind of do her thing with. That was a really good card. That's probably my best opening cards, to be honest. Next, Echo Base Engineer. It's a 2 free, and when played, you may give a shield token to a damaged vehicle unit. So yeah, I thought that was quite good in Rose, but I think I only used it once, and it was near the end, just to make sure my unit would stay alive, so I could get that last attack in the next turn. I had 2 of them. Next, Desperate Commando. When defeated, you may give a unit -1/-1 for this phase. This came in handy, especially against like Vader. So I'd either kill one of their ground units and then just -1 one of their TIE fighters, or the Kajimi patroller, or the First Order fighter. And I've got 2 of them. Next was Covering the Wing. This was a really good card because it's basically the Echo Base Engineer, but it doesn't need to be damaged and you get an X-Wing token for it. So I used that a lot just to get another vehicle in the air as well. Next, Anakin Skywalker. Piloting. When attached unit completes an attack, you may return this upgrade to its owner's hand. 2 free for 2, not bad. I think I used this a few times, but I never done the return the upgrades to my hand. And I've got 2 of them. These foils look funky, it must be the light that's just making it look like that. I don't know if I'll have space for all the 2 ones here, I might just squeeze these up a little bit. Next, in the heat of battle, each unit gets Sentinel and loses Saboteur for this phase. I think it's okay. It's just against those aggro ones again, like if they've got a lot of like space and you have like 1 beefy space unit, they all need to just attack it, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's it basically. I think it was okay. One of the best cards in this deck was Page Tico. Attached unit gains on attack, give an experience token to this unit, then deal 1 damage to it. So with Rose, that's really good. You just deal the experience, or get the experience, deal 1 damage, and then the next action will be Rose just to heal the 2 damage. So yeah, that worked really well, so you could like stack it and stack it. So that's all the 2s. For me personally, in pre-release, I want a lot of early stuff because I don't want to rely, like, I want a good start with this because I feel like the pre-release, a lot of the matches don't last really long, so you want a lot of like good 2s. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Next, Guerrilla Soldier, or Guerrilla? I think it's Guerrilla. Guerrilla Soldier. When played, deal 3 indirect damage to a player. If a base is damaged this way, ready this unit. Again, I used this a few times. Really good because, especially against Vader, they'd want to just attack their base and then you're getting 2 more damage when you ready it. So it's basically a 5 on turn 2, which is pretty good. Especially if you've got another unit that's already there. Like that can just start the damage a lot. Like, you know, start it going. Next was Rafa Martez. When played / on attack, deal 1 damage to a friendly unit and ready a resource. I don't think this is very good. I just put it in because it was yellow and it was something that worked. I'd normally just resource it because I don't want to be dealing 1 damage to my stuff. Well, I could deal the 1 damage and then Rose Tico could, you know, heal it if it attacked. Death Space Skirmishers next. When played, if you control another space unit, you may exhaust a unit. Every time I played this was the only space unit. So yeah, that was good. Next is Trace Martez, so the 2 sisters together. 2/5 normally, piloting for 1. Attached unit gains on attack, you may heal 2 total damage from any number of units. So really good with Rose, I think. A lot better than the other one. I think I used this with a few ships that would, one that's coming up I'll say later on. Okay, the next one is a bit embarrassing, so I'm gonna say anyway, but this is the shadowed hover tank. Right, to me, I thought this was a space unit because it looks like a ship and it looks like it's in space. Sentinel 5-3 for 4. I was like, oh, this is great. You should put it in space. And then one of my opponents said it's actually a ground unit. I'm like, oh no, I can't believe that. It was so embarrassing. So yeah, now I know now that this is a ground unit, not a space unit. But I think it's still really good in the ground. One of the combos I used with this card is very good, which I'll show you later. I have 2 of them. Now we're on to the, oh, I just put the 4s there. There were only 2 4s, but next is the 5s. So out of the airlock, give a unit -5, -5 for this phase. I used it a few times just against those kind of piloted units, just so I could like slow them down. I think I had a Major Von rig that had like a lot of, like, I think it was a 5-4, and I was like just -5, -5, or I think it was a 4-5, and yeah, just got rid of a lot of, like, a good unit that way. Next is Han Solo. I managed to get this hyperspace, luckily. It's a legendary. It's a 4-5 ambush, and then piloting for 2. When played as an upgrade, you may attack with attached unit. If it's the Millennium Falcon, it deals its combat damage before the defender. I never really used this. It was more, I see this just a cheaper hotshot blaster if you thing it out like that. And then I think a lot better than a hotshot blaster actually, because it's +2 +3 that you're getting for 2, rather than 3 cost +2. I'll try and move that out of the way. But even as a ground unit, it's pretty good. 4-5 ambush. Very, very good. That was seeing a lot of play. Next is the Mandalorian. Double aspect 5, 5 sits. When played as a unit, exhaust up to 2 ground units. Piloting for 2, 2 normal yellow. And then when played as an upgrade, exhaust an enemy unit in this arena. +3, +1. So obviously I wasn't playing it as a 7 cost 5 sits, but as the pilot it was very good, I think. Really good, just that +3, +1. Yep, that was good. So on to the last 2 cards now. So this one is probably the best card in the deck. This unit gets -1, -0 for each damage on it. Obviously Rose can mitigate that just by healing it if it's attacked. Put a pilot on it, that'll stop it as well. Yeah, really good. After this one I'm going to show you all the combos that kind of work together. And the last card was this 4 sits, CR90 Relief Runner. I don't know if I said the other one, it's like Dakar Cargo Frigate. Restore 2, when defeated, heal up to 3 damage, so it was pretty decent. I've used it a few times. So, yep, that's all my cards here. Let me show you some combinations that I liked. So, the main one that I used was, if I can get these out of the way, this tank with Han Solo. Was it Han Solo? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Han Solo. It was the Mandalorian. So it's a 8-4 Sentinel. And then I'd use Punch It to deal 10 damage straight away, which was pretty good. That was one of the best ones. So I'll keep Punch It there. another combo that I really like is to do, if I can find it. So turn 1, play this. If you ambush something, great. If you don't, fine. But say they play like a 2-2, then you can ambush it and survive, and then use roses to just heal the 2. So I'd use that, turn 1. And then turn 2 would be Han Solo on there, making it 4 sets that just attacked straight away. So it means if anyone would attack it, then I can use roses straight away. And then the next turn, punch it again for 6 damage. So it's a pretty easy 10 damage if it doesn't get destroyed. Probably it would be punch it turn 3 with let me see my 2s here, or my 3s. That's probably not the best use of the resources. I'd probably use that tank the next turn instead of punch it. But yeah, that's another combo. And then another combo would be that same thing with, where is she? Page Tico. So it would make it a 4-5, and then it would make it a 5-6 with 1 damage, and then Rose would just get rid of the damage each turn, making it like pretty good. And then if you do this the next turn, and it means they're probably not going to have anything to attack this, so you'll get 2 experience tokens at least on it. So yeah, that's a few of the things. So like, a few of the other things was pretty obvious. It'd be this with the Mandalorian. It's pretty good, making it a 9-8, just with that -1. Or where is it? Probably better than the Mandalorian in this case, if I can find it, is Trace. So it means on attack you heal 2 from this, and it's still a 7-9, and if it's got damage on it you can heal 2, making it 2 more powerful. But yeah, that's the deck. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you don't like any of the cards, then that was just my luck that I got those cards. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, the kind of like in-person ones rather than the online ones. And hopefully I get a better stand. Hopefully this wasn't too distracted. So yeah, that's it for today's video.